My sister locked me in the garage after I refused to sign over Dad's business. Nobody knows you're here. For 36 hours I suffered in the cold. Then I used the truck radio to reach someone who destroyed everything. The cold bit through my shirt. I pounded on the metal door until my fists went numb. Nobody knows you're here, Sarah had said before she locked it. My own sister. She wanted Dad's construction company, wanted me to sign it over. When I refused, she smiled and turned the deadbolt from the outside. That was 36 hours ago. The garage had no heat, no water, just Dad's old work truck, some tools, and a half-empty can of paint thinner that made my head pound. I screamed until my throat was raw. The neighbors were too far away. Sarah had planned this perfectly. She'd been copying Dad's signature for months. I found the practice sheets in her desk the week before he died. She thought she could forge the transfer paperwork, but she needed me out of the way first. Needed me gone long enough to file everything while I was on vacation. My phone was in the house. My keys, too. Sarah had everything. She brought me water once. Slid it under the door like I was a dog. Just sign the papers, she said through the metal. Stop being dramatic. Dad would want the business to go to someone competent. I told her what she could do with the papers. She laughed. You've got 48 hours before I report you missing. By then I'll have everything transferred. You can come out when it's done. The temperature dropped that night. I wrapped myself in an old tarp that smelled like gasoline. My fingers turned blue. I couldn't feel my toes. I thought about Dad, about how he built this company from nothing. How Sarah used to complain it was just manual labor. Too dirty for her. Now she wanted it because the contracts were worth millions. I tried the truck door on the second day. Locked. But the window was cracked an inch. I worked my fingers through, popped the lock, and crawled inside. The keys weren't in the ignition. I checked the visor, the console, under the seats. Nothing. Then I saw the CB radio Dad had installed last year. My hands shook as I turned it on. The battery was almost dead. I had maybe 10 minutes. I flipped through channels, pressing the mic button, croaking out words my throat could barely form. This is an emergency. I'm locked in a garage at 4725 Maple Road. My sister locked me in. She's trying to steal my father's business. Static. I tried again and again. Then a voice crackled through. Rough. Male. Say that address again. I did. Hang tight. I'm 10 minutes out. His name was Marcus Webb, former employee. Dad had fired him 2 years ago for stealing equipment, but Marcus claimed Dad owed him back wages. He'd been fighting it in court ever since. When I mentioned Sarah's name, his voice changed. Got sharper. Your sister's the one who testified against me, he said. Told the judge I was a liar and a thief. She is a liar, I whispered. Yeah, Marcus said. I know. Marcus showed up with bolt cutters. Took the padlock off in 3 seconds. I stumbled out, blinking in the daylight. He handed me water. I drank it so fast, I choked. What's she planning? He asked. I told him everything. The forged signatures, the transfer paperwork, the timeline. Sarah was meeting with Dad's lawyer this afternoon at 2 o'clock. She'd already signed my name on a dozen documents, claiming I was incompetent to run the business. She had a fake doctor's note saying I needed supervised care. Marcus grinned. It wasn't a nice grin. I still have keys to the office, he said. Your dad never changed the locks after he fired me. Let's get everything she doesn't want found. We drove to Dad's building. My legs barely worked. Marcus practically carried me inside. He knew exactly where Sarah kept her personal files. Third drawer, locked. He jimmied it open with a screwdriver. We found the practice signatures, dozens of pages. She'd been perfecting Dad's handwriting since he got sick. There were emails to Dad's competitors offering to sell them client lists for cash. Bank statements showing she'd been siphoning money for 8 months. Fake invoices she'd created to move funds into her personal account. She'd even drafted a psychological evaluation, claiming I was unstable and dangerous. She's thorough, Marcus said. I'll give her that. She's going to prison, I said. Marcus photographed everything. Then he made a call. Turns out, he'd been working with the state attorney's office for weeks on a separate fraud investigation. They were already looking into missing funds from Dad's company. Sarah's name had come up multiple times. They've been waiting for solid evidence, Marcus said. This is it. We met them at Dad's lawyer's office at 1:55 p.m. 2 investigators, 2 police officers. They had a warrant ready to go. Sarah walked in at 2 p.m. wearing Dad's favorite blazer and carrying a leather folder. Her hair was perfect. Her smile was confident. She saw me and went white. You're supposed to. Locked in your garage? I said. Marcus found me. Funny how things work out. The attorney general's investigator stood up. So did the police officers. Full story on the channel linked below.